going on, guys? This is Almost Expert Wrestling. Once again, I'm with Kyle, and we're going to be talking about all around the internet's gone around the picture of the new WWE production truck for SmackDown, having the design being the logo of SmackDown, and then below it says Thursdays, 8/7 Central on Sci-Fi. I reported this on almostexpertwrestling.weebly.com, which is in the description below. Check that website out, and I put that as a blog. I mentioned how there'd probably be a video talking about this situation, and here it is, right away, same day, we're recording it. But we're just going to be talking about if it's the right move, or we're going to be talking about the right moves, overall if it's a right move or bad move, or just both. If we'll give our opinions on whether it's a right move or bad move. So let's get to it. Alright, I'll start it off with Kyle. I have to ask, I'm going to start out with you. What do you think that overall SmackDown moving Thursday nights is a good move, bad move, and explain.
Yeah, I really don't see it being a huge difference if it's one day different, Friday night, and then coming up to Thursday night. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they're doing this to compete with TNA. I mean, TNA's running out of business, so maybe this is WWE's opportunity to do that. Yeah, SmackDown's on Thursday nights. What are you gonna watch? You're gonna watch a WWE SmackDown or even TNA. I mean, SmackDown isn't even that heavily watched. I mean, compared to Raw, I think Raw gets 4 million viewers a week. SmackDown is usually down under 1 million every week, or I don't know how low it is, but I know it's not as high as it was back when SmackDown had its own brand. I just think that SmackDown has grown irrelevant over the past couple months. Or years really. Ever since I guess really I always look at it ever since Edge retired. That is when the day SmackDown died, because I always considered Edge the face of SmackDown, and then of course you had a couple other guys Batista was always a big part of SmackDown in the mid 2000s, and remember when King Booker was down there, and Finlay and William Regal, all those guys. That was fun moments, and that's just not what SmackDown is anymore. All SmackDown basically is a really a recap for Raw, and a couple. They do have a lot of matches, unlike main event and superstars, but SmackDown has really died down in the past couple years, if not just the past year. But and what has always hurt SmackDown was is that it's not live. It never has been live. They'll have an occasional live SmackDown, like a 4th of July SmackDown, or maybe a special Tuesday night SmackDown. But a move to Thursdays isn't going to change any of that, because WWE, I think they're awful on Thursdays anyway. They do a bunch of stuff Monday and Tuesdays, and I think they do live shows Wednesdays, and then I think they're off a couple days during the week. So I don't think that a move to Thursdays will really change much. I'm going to go with no. I don't think it's going to improve things. I don't think it's a good move. Maybe I don't think Friday night's a really popular night for TV. So I don't know. Maybe it could compete with TNA. Maybe it could get a few more views, but I just don't think much of it unless WWE chooses to do a brand split in the near future or make it live. I just don't think that anything's going to change, because obviously you're not seeing anything else on SmackDown. If you watch Raw, you'll be seeing the same exact guys on SmackDown, pretty much the same exact feuds. Back in the day, back before 2011 or 2012, they used to have a WWE Championship on SmackDown, or a World title on SmackDown, and WWE title on Raw. It's not like that anymore. So I don't think the move will do much at all. The only thing I see is it competing with TNA, but nothing really else. So what do you think?
Well, I think I'm going to give everybody the reasons I think it would be a right move and reasons it would be a bad move. And as I explain, I'll think about really the right move. The reason that it would be a right move is because it's less time, because as you know, all the Dirt Sheet Wrestling websites put spoilers up every Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever they post it, because of course SmackDown's taped. And I think that putting it on Thursdays instead of Fridays is one less day of people getting the opportunity to read the spoilers. That's just a mini thing, but still, it's kind of a it's a little thing, but it helps a little bit. And a little bit of a bad move. Oh, and wait, hold on, before I move to bad moves. Right move, another right move is, of course, competing with TNA, like you said. I did not think of that one, because I don't think about TNA. But anyway, I just think if they were to compete with TNA, I'm pretty sure SmackDown would get more views instead of TNA, even though it's recorded. Oh, actually, TNA's recorded too, but still, I think that SmackDown would probably win that, just look at TNA's live events. But the reason that it would be a bad move, kind of a bad move, but it can be changed, is that it would also be accidentally competing with NXT. And of course, NXT is on the network, and of course, NXT could possibly move to Fridays if SmackDown were to go to Thursdays. They could switch them. I think that would be kind of, I don't know about good, but to fix that situation of SmackDown and NXT on at the same time, I think that would help a little bit. And like you said, I'm going to go back to a right move here, is that, like you said, Friday nights isn't really a big night for TV, because that's usually when people go out, people hang out with each other on Friday nights, and nobody's going to be sitting home watching SmackDown usually, but of course, diehard wrestling fans. But overall, I would have to say that it is. I have no real opinion on it. I don't think it's either a good move or bad move. It's not that big of a deal, and they should not. SmackDown should not go live on Tuesday nights, and they shouldn't go live on Wednesdays. They shouldn't go live on Thursdays or Fridays, and I'll tell you why. Because if they were to go live on Tuesdays, which they do occasionally, which is okay, WWE can't put 2 live shows 2 nights in a row. It cannot happen. They can't on Wednesday because then they need to get right to the next show, and then they'll be wasting time. That's why they tape it the next day and then put it later. And so on and so forth with Thursdays. Fridays, they can't put it live. They need to move on to the next arena for live events and Raw, all that kind of stuff. So overall, it doesn't really matter to me. But I kind of like the idea of moving back to Thursdays, like it was when it started out in 1999. So, do you have any further thoughts, Kyle?
Yeah, I actually thought of one more thing while you were talking. Is I think one benefit that actually SmackDown does have on Friday nights is, I believe if you look at the statistics, a lot of WWE viewership is younger kids, like I would say 6 years old to 13 or whatever. Mm-hmm. And a lot of those kids really don't have an opportunity to watch the end of Raw. When the school year is not happening or whatever, everybody does have to go to bed early. Exactly. And I think that SmackDown is really more of a kid show. I've always thought of SmackDown as the casual show. It's so much of a recap show now, and I think that more kids watch SmackDown than they do Raw, basically because it's on Friday night. You don't have school the next day or whatever, Saturday, when it's not summer, of course. And then I kind of look at that, SmackDown Friday nights. And if it was moved to Thursday, I think they would lose more viewers because of that. I feel like that's what a lot of younger kids rely on, is it being on Friday night. Like, hey, SmackDown's on Friday night, we all get to stay up late and watch it. Mm-hmm. I realize it's 10 o'clock, but in some other places it's 11, in some other places it's 9 o'clock, which is still late. So that's one thing, in the United States, I realize SmackDown's worldwide or whatever, but on Sci-Fi it's just in the United States. So I believe it is, but I think that could be maybe a mini kind of loss there of younger viewers. But overall, I really don't see it making much of a change at all in viewership. I don't know. I just feel like the only way SmackDown could get better is going back with the brand split, and I don't know if that's going to happen in the future or not.
Well, that was a good point. I never thought about the kids with the PG. That's actually, but that is a good point overall. Talking about, like you said, 11 is a really late time for us on the East Coast. for little kids that want to watch the end of Raw, they can't. And I think that another good point that you said is that SmackDown you thought of as the casual fan show, and it's very true. And how it's a recap, you can, see everything that happened just from SmackDown, which is actually a good thing about SmackDown. Plus, you get some more stuff. You watch the highlights from Raw, but still, back to the focus on Thursday nights. I did not mention this in the video yet. I was going to early on. We got kind of carried away. We have an update. It's gone around online, so I've been just like, I'm not the source, but WWE put out a statement saying that they saw the picture go out online of saying Thursdays 8/7 Central. They said that they're actually considering putting it back on Thursdays. It's a possibility, and that they're getting it changed immediately. Well, I don't know about immediately, but they said they're getting it changed back to saying Fridays. But I still think that maybe people that were designing it maybe like heard, oh, put Thursday from someone and then Friday from someone else. Who knows? But they're changing the production truck back to saying Fridays at 8 on Sci-Fi, of course. And do you have any more thoughts, Kyle, before I...
No, I just really don't feel like moving to Thursdays would benefit anything besides younger viewership. I just don't feel like a different day for a program would do anything. You did touch on the NXT thing, and I don't see that as a big deal. NXT's taped anyway. It could move to any day on the network. It could move to, like, they could put main event superstars in NXT all on Tuesday night, or they could do, put it on Wednesday night, put it on a Saturday night. So, I really don't see that as a big loss if they would have to compete with NXT, because I don't think that's going to happen. And I did touch on the younger viewership a couple times, but I just don't feel like that would be big, considering SmackDown's worldwide or whatever. And as for them changing it, if it does stay on Friday night, let it stay on Friday night. I just don't feel like anything's going to change with SmackDown being a B show. I don't feel like SmackDown's ever going to get back to the glory of Raw, get back to the viewership of Raw back in the 2000s, back in the late 90s, unless they do the brand split again, and that's what I really want to see done. But putting SmackDown on a different day is not going to help WWE, so I just don't think they're going to do it, and I just don't see it happening.
Well, those are your pretty much final thoughts, I guess. My final thoughts are, once again, I'm going to say that I don't really have an opinion on it. I think that's actually kind of a good move, putting it back a day. It really, because of Friday night not being a big night for TV shows, you don't really see too many hit TV shows on Friday nights, which is actually, now I think about, kind of good that SmackDown's on then, but still, it's not a good TV night. But with the little kids, it kind of is. And I'm sorry, little kids, if you're watching. I didn't mean to call you little. But but anywho, I don't really have much of an opinion on it. I think that it's kind of a good thing. So those are my thoughts on that. Alright, and that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching so much. Be sure to pound that like button, and be sure to hit the subscribe button, because we have more discussions heading your way. Please visit our website, almostexpertwrestling.weebly.com. It's in the description if you couldn't remember that. And you can follow us at Almost Expert Wrestling on Twitter, at Almost Wrestling. And, of course, you can leave a comment if you agree with anything we said or disagree. If you disagree, yell at us, please. And, but, of course, our motto is our opinions, your feedback, blah, blah, blah. Do your advertising, Kyle.
Yeah, guys, I just wanted to send out my apologies for not tweeting lately on Twitter. I've been under the weather lately, and I've been busy with so much stuff. I want to get back on Twitter. I really do. I love tweeting during Monday Night Raw, trying to come up with funny stuff. I just love doing it. It's fun, Okay, let me go back and tweet. It feels like I'm a part of the show a little bit, just. But yeah, don't forget to follow me still at Kyle Smith WWE. That's at Kyle Smith WWE. It's in the description. Please follow me. I'm coming up on 200 followers. I would love to have my 200. Yeah, I do tweet about WWE all the time, though. Before, really, like 2 weeks ago, I was tweeting on during Monday Night Raw, during main event, during SmackDown, during every pay-per-view. So I want to get back at it. I'm going to be doing a big SummerSlam show in there. Me and Almost Expert Wrestling will be doing all that SummerSlam stuff. So get ready for SummerSlam with Twitter. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. Back to you, man.
Alright, well, be sure to do everything we just said, or we will hunt you down. No, I'm just kidding. But, of course, all the stuff we said was in the description. Thanks for watching so much. Subscribe for more awesome discussions like this. I'm calling it awesome because I was in it. Alright, thanks for watching. See you all later.